It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Monarch.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Toronto. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any...
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And his first pass is incomplete. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence will throw. His throw incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Stroud off the play fake. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Call that a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On first down, here's Stroud.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Stroud now on second down.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 19. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Shamrocks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Washington.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Here's Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
16 carries, 53 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
You look at this defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You have no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And Stroud now to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Slipped one tackle, but no more, as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Play action. It's Lawrence. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now a throw here to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Stroud out of the gun here.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Throwing again is Stroud. Quick slant to Brown.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll run it again with Henry. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Dublin's offense now set to take over.
They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side and out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to throw. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. So they bring out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Stroud to throw it.
This will be caught at about the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. His third rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Shamrocks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On play action, Lawrence. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin far, far away out in East Asia and the capital city of Tokyo, Japan. And it's the Wizards who have the lead. A touchdown pass there for Jordan Love. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And that one, all tied. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Stroud looking to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Stroud.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Azeez Ojulari from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. Stroud now.
Steps away. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsom.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here. Already inside the red zone. Knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Micah Parsons.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They shakes him off. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now Lawrence.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 10. Now Stroud.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Now he's free to midfield.
And just shutting him off there.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Final minute now in the third quarter. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And Stroud now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
1st and 10, it's Stroud.
It's complete to Brown, right side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Stroud.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Dublin.
Here's Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Dublin.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's second and 10. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Dublin's offense now set to take over.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Toronto...
It's Madden NFL 24, and the focus is on Greg Newsome. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Antlers and the Shamrocks, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Antlers of San Antonio taking on the Shamrocks of Toronto.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto ball club as they enter play here. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much parity. So the way they've played has been truly remarkable.
Meanwhile, for our visiting San Antonio ball club, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Stroud working out of the gun.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Henry up the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Prescott off play action. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Antlers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Stroud.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And he'll get nothing out of that one. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And on now is the punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. A first down carry for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Stroud to throw it.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the ground, it's Ford. And some space here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
They run with 4. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Prescott from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Play action now, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Prescott now toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Stroud getting his offense to the line quickly.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Again, it's Stroud.
And his throw is incomplete.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
This is Ford. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And he will find his man on the outside. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. The Sentinels trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. 2 touchdowns there for Bijan Robinson. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Mounties trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On second down now, it's Ford. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, they turn to Ford, and he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Prescott to throw it.
Here's a screen play. This is Strong.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Stroud.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. On the gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And Stroud now to throw.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Shamrocks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
A try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time a 6-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Prescott on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A first down throw for Prescott.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Throwing, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Running left, it's Henry.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Second and 6. Throwing now is Stroud.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Stroud out of the gun here.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here. 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and moves the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here goes Stroud again.
He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! A great play there. 52 yards.
And the Shamrocks use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. A drive that time of 6 plays.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back out comes San Antonio. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Prescott.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Stroud to throw it.
And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here's Stroud.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You figure down in the red zone, the play call that's going to come in, find the guy that's most susceptible. It's the guy that you think that you can beat. In this case, they tried to pick on the rookie, and he was actually up to the challenge.
Yes, he was. Solid job knocking that away. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Henry.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed. But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Prescott.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Here's Prescott.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Here's Dak.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Prescott.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the the short side of the field. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take all the time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
And now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 3rd down and 13.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25 that will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So Dak Prescott of the offense. Down by 4. A little over 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. On the draw, it's Strong. And that play going absolutely nowhere. And now it's 4th down.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Toronto, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road
It's week 15 of the NFL, and we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Shamrocks and the Steamers on Monday Night Prime Time.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Shamrocks of Toronto taking on the Steamers of St. Louis.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've been as hot as... Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And we both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
numbers for Pierce last week.
17 carries, 75 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week, biggest week yet.
Young now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
That's good for A.
On play action, Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steamers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Hunt on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Room here to run. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Stroud off the play fake. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
Josh Allen, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
It's Young on 1st down. All the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally. Out of the gun, it's Young. And his throw here's incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about...
Has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. A team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Young on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, These are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internal.
He's got him in. Complete. Down to the 10. And touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Looking for Michael Mayer on the play.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Play action. Stroud now.
And this one's incomplete.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Martin, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Josh Allen make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. These two teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
It's good for a St. Louis first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Young. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
3rd and long for Young. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The man in motion is Brown.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
Now Stroud.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Stroud now to throw.
And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Stroud keeps it.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Touchdown reception.
And the Shamrocks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now the extra point. And and he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
As they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Young trying to hurry them up to the line here.
Young looking to throw on second down.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Young on 3rd and 2. That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw again. Young. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Young. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Going for a right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
On for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin south of the border, and I mean way south, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where you see the final score there. Drake London, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. Bailey Zappi, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 10-4 now with 2 weeks to go. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both teams going through their final adjustments. We're about ready for the second half in St. Louis as we give you back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Young.
Throw out left, caught by Mayer.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Young.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fielded just inside the 20. Ooh, with a juke. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete. A.J. Terrell.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Stroud sets up the play action. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Stroud. Quick slant to Brown.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Slot man moves right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Stroud's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's into the clear. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Alex Highsmith from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Pierce now up the middle. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a third and about 14.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Young will set to throw.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not a... third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Delay of game, offense.
What's the deal, y'all?
Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you've got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Delay of game, offense.
Man, why are we doing this?
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards.
Still second down. Delay of game, offense.
What are they thinking? What are they thinking?
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still second down. Delay of game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still second down.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
Come on, dog.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still second down.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delayed game, offense.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Delayed game, offense.
Can't do that.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delayed game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still second down.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Delayed game, offense.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay.
Still second down.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delayed game, offense.
Oh, no.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Still second down.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Delayed game, offense.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Still second down.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delayed game, offense.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
Still second down.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay.
Still second down.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
Come on, you serious? Let's go, man.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delay of game, offense.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Still second down.
Stroud off the play fake. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Shamrocks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Here we go. Ready.
Young looks to throw on first down.
I can hear the sigh of relief all the way up here. A dangerous throw, backed up in their own territory and throwing an out route, and it got jumped, and they were fortunate it was only batted down and not intercepted.
Ready.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Young to throw it.
This one swung out to Williams.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Young now from the 50. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
To the air once more, Young. His throw incomplete.
Now that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
Young on 3rd down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Now Young.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on that play.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Keep our boys. Let's go, let's go!
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a